is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey to love and to reunite with our divine vibrational matches in this lifetime. And today I'm going to share a channeled letter that I did for a lady because it is very, probably a lot of us have been through this, where meeting your twin makes you shift up your life and probably change your career and change everything. And this particular lady, thank you, she asked the best question, which is, the question that she wanted to ask was, how do I move through the fear of leaving my career? And she wanted to ask that to her twin's higher self. So how do I move through the fear of leaving my career? And so for this, and so the reason why I'm sharing that is because, for a lot of us, then we will have that certainly for me, meeting my twin was a trigger for me to change everything. Shortly after meeting my twin, I was made redundant. I changed, working from in a corporate background, in a finance corporate background, and that I'd been in for like 17 years, and then met my twin, and then got made redundant, and then didn't have a clue what I was going to do, and then just started to had some Reiki, and then started on this Reiki path, and then went from Reiki to did some shamanic courses, then did some past life regression therapist course, and all these different things that opened up different avenues all the time. And so, and I never had a clue what I was going to do, not anything, but I just kept asking and being open and just saying, show me the way to be the best healer that I can be, because I knew that I was very connected to Reiki and I wanted to be able to help people. And then sure enough, I'm here today, and then this is what has happened. And never in a million did I think this would happen. So the reason why I'm going to share it is because I know that this would be something that I have asked many, many, many times, and still ask now, because, when you're working for yourself, it's still very, you don't have any certainty. Well, there's no certainty in life ever. But you don't get, let's just say you don't get the certainty of a paycheck, right? So so you're going almost all the time in faith that you're going in the right direction all the time. So I'm going to share the letter because I think it will help lots of us, me included. So I thought I will share it. So the question that she asked was, how do I move through the fear of leaving my career? And the answer is this. So you move through the fear by having faith in your purpose, by having faith that there is a purpose and a reason for you being here. You move out of the comfort zone and into the calling of your soul. The physical brain will be tested because you will not have all the answers. You will not see how the future will happen. But that is the powerful test of your strength. To step into the unknown, knowing that your faith and trust in the greater plan will guide you, will cushion you should you fall, will bring you immense joy and childlike wonder. That is what will propel you through the fear. Fear is just a limiting factor to life's great adventure. Do it. So, I love that. And that's why it's so brilliant, right? Because we do limit ourselves all the time by, fear is the one thing that stops us from doing everything, It's that fear of like, will I fail? And actually nothing is failure. It's just learning and growing and being able to learn, grow, change. Look at that, bottom of the deck was the Lovers. So I'm just going to read it one more time, and it is, you move through the fear by having faith in your purpose, by having faith that there is a purpose and a reason to you being here. You move out of the comfort zone and into the calling of your soul. The physical brain will be tested because you will not have all the answers. You will not see how the future will happen. But that is the powerful test of your strength. To step into the unknown, knowing that your faith and trust in the greater plan will guide you, will cushion you should you fall, will bring you immense joy and childlike wonder. That is what will propel you through the fear. Fear is just a limiting factor to life's great adventure. Do it. So, again, I can relate it to my situation and what happened for me, and all about what happened for me over these last, well, it's sort of like 5 years, actually, since I've been doing this channel, really. When I got made redundant, I put my guidance said, put your house on the market, but don't worry, you'll never have to sell it. And but for financial reasons, I had to put it on the market. But I had to do a lease extension, which is a legal thing in the UK. And my freeholder wanted a large amount of money for this lease. And which basically it's taken 5 years to sort out, basically. And it's a big amount of money that there was no way that I was going to be able to pay it. But also it meant the house was not sellable without this lease. Anyway, and all the way through, and basically during that whole process, you know, I almost got my house taken away. Like, there was just so many things that it was just like this roller coaster all the time. Just like this letter says, it says, you move out of the comfort zone and into the calling of your soul. The physical brain will be tested because you will not have all the answers. You will not see how the future will happen. But that is the powerful test of your strength, to step into the unknown, knowing that your faith and trust in the greater plan will guide you, will cushion you should you fall. Right, so, and during this process, over sort of 5 years, so basically, yeah, what happened, the long and short of it is, so there are times that it was really dark and I was thinking, oh, am I going to lose my house? And but in the end, everything worked out. And you know, and again, miraculously, totally miraculously, it worked out in the end. And sure enough, I didn't have to sell my flat. So my guidance all the way through was completely accurate. And how it all sort of panned out in the end, again, was totally miraculous. So that's why I can say that, you know, you won't, and all the time I couldn't see how everything was going to happen, because to be honest, it just looked like a hopeless situation. And I was kind of like at the hands of, you know, sort of a legal system and all this stuff. But actually, when it all came to the end, I realized that I was, now looking back on it, although it was horrendous at the time, but looking back on it, I can see that had to happen, because it kind of led me to a place where I really had to really focus on, I couldn't really go out or anything or do, you know, or have a busy life, because, you know, I was basically dealing with all this stuff. And that sort of lent me to do a lot of internal work, and concentrating on this channel and doing, you know, and really pursuing this kind of line. So, and that's the thing, but at the time, again, I didn't know that. It didn't feel like that at the time. It felt, I have to say, it felt pretty scary. And but now I can see that it was all about strength and learning and growing and trusting in my intuition and guidance, and having faith and trust in the bigger plan. And even though it might have seemed absolutely ludicrous to anyone else what I was doing, then I just knew that I wasn't going to get my house taken away. I just knew that it was going to all come together somehow. I just had to have faith and trust in what I was being guided to. And it did. So, but like I said, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to do after I left my career. So, and now look, now I'm doing these, you know, this channel and these healings and readings and, you know, all of it for all of you, and the books and, you know, everything, which I would never ever have million years seen coming. So that's the message. So I'm just going to say, what is the energy that we need to know about stepping out into the unknown? And it is, like, you wouldn't believe it, it's the Eight of Pentacles. Honing your skills, working hard, you know, basically being the apprentice to the divine plan. That's what this is. This is saying you're stepping out because you're honing your skills to follow in your divine path. And that is constantly like honing your skill to your intuition, right? And like learning and learning and learning and, you know, just everything. I mean, this could not be a better card. The Eight of Pentacles is working for all your pentacles, working for exactly like this letter says, working on your faith and trust and belief in a bigger picture, a plan for your life, which is tapped into your soul purpose. So I'm going to finish by just reading the letter one more time because it's so brilliant. So you move through the fear of by having faith in your purpose, by having faith that there is a purpose and a reason to you being here. You move out of the comfort zone and into the calling of your soul. The physical brain will be tested because you will not have all the answers. You will not see how the future will happen. But that is the powerful test of your strength. To step into the unknown, knowing that your faith and trust in the greater plan will guide you, will cushion you should you fall, will bring you immense joy and childlike wonder. That is what will propel you through the fear. Fear is just a limiting factor to life's great adventure. So do it. So brilliant. And that I want to say about the childlike wonder, like through all of this process over these last years, is the one thing that sort of like did completely keep me going was getting all of the incredible synchronicities and sort of messages and emails back from you guys from all of the stuff that was going on between this and this channel, because it was just constantly like this bombardment of like magic. And I was just like, so like in that childlike, it was like the weirdest, you know, juxtaposition in my life, because on one side, you know, I was going through this incredible experience, having these amazing signs and messages and synchronicities and like sort of joyous moments, sharing this childlike wonder with people on the channel and things. But then the other side of it was that I was in this horrendous legal battle and possibly losing my house. So it was just like this, which went on for years, like 5 years. So yeah, I mean, that's life, right? That is life. So let's have a look. We're just asking the moon, what do we, it's time to take action. You could not make it up. It's time to take action. So just do it. So if you have been questioning whether you should change your path or, you know, quit your job and do something different and just follow your heart, then this is the message to say, yes, yes, do it. Don't expect to have all the answers. Don't expect it to be just a complete walk in the park, because in my experience, and again, your experience could be just a complete walk in the park and no problems at all. Mine was absolutely not. It was a challenge every single day. But at the same time, it was those complete, joyous, childlike, wondrous moments that kept me going. And which I wouldn't have had if I'd stayed in my corporate job, right? There it was a complete void of anything childlike, or apart from my friends, you know, who at work. And but in terms of the work itself, it was like a total void of anything fulfilling. Whereas this life is way more fulfilling, you know, financially completely different. But, you know, life's not all about money. So there you go. I really hope that would help, because it was just like, just reminded me of when I channeled that letter. It just sort of brought everything back about the last sort of 5 or 6 years for me. And just thinking, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been a wild ride. So yeah, just hang on in there, and just like it says, take action, and just know that you are honing your skill to basically follow a divine plan for your life, and tap into your intuition, because your intuition will absolutely guide you 100% of the way. But you have to have faith, you have to have trust, and you have to believe. All right, so if you would like to have a healing, a reading, a channeling, or to get any of my books, then please do. All details are in the link below. But in the meantime, let me just tell you, I just saw the Fool card when I was just fiddling with the deck. So yeah, take the leap of faith. Trust, trust, trust. If you're given that nudge, then do it. All right, take care. Stay well. Bye.